Unappreciate the things you did. Okay. For the last time, I'm telling you. You always had a queen by your side. Okay, y'all, let's try this again. Sipping with that smoke on the side. Say what they want, what they like. You always had a queen by your side. Ain't no confusing, baby. You know I'm ready to ride. All right, y'all, don't give me that time to come on in. And time to check to make sure that my connection is not fucking up. You know I'm ready to ride. Sipping with that smoke on the side. So we can walk live for my king, live for my king. Give me a pair of wings and I'll fly. Come on in, y'all. He breathes 'cause he is something. He's the only man for me. He got me a bigger part of me. I know, but he's the only one that's loving me. For sure, always respect, never control me. I'm gonna keep it rocking till I R.I.P. Whoa, wait a minute, hold up. Nobody told us to be that. Whoa, wait a minute, hold up. This thing that we call up, that's just about to go. Come on in, y'all. I'm sharing it on Facebook. Make sure y'all share it on Facebook. Whoa, wait a minute, hold up. This thing that we call up, that's just about to go. You always had a queen by your side. So what it is? I see everything we're not supposed to be with you. We may not be perfect, but still I said I do. No fortune or no fame can make me be untrue. As long as you stay down, boy, my heart belongs to you. He can be a faithful one of me, I know, but he's the only one that's loving me, for sure. Always respect, never control me. I'm gonna keep it rocking till I R.I.P. Oh, wait a minute, hold up. Nobody told us it's gonna be easy. Oh, wait a minute, hold up. This thing that we call us is about to roll up. You always end up with where she at? You know I'm crazy. Come on, Claudette. I'm a queen, I'm a queen. She said she here. You in the wrong one. Come back. She in the Lord. She in the. Hold up, y'all. She is in the wrong. You in the wrong one. Yeah, on the one I just said. She in, but she in the wrong room, y'all. For the last time, I'm telling you. You always had a queen by your side. You know I'm all right, y'all. Sipping with that smoke on the side. Say what they want, what they like. She waiting in another room. She coming. Hey, what's up, Lucindria and Drill? Y'all, she coming. She went in the back in the last room we was in. Come on, Claudette. Lord have mercy, y'all. Let's see what she is. Look, I'm finna call her. I got the caller right here on the live. Let me see. I got the caller. Where you at?
It's making me download something on my Google, girl. This is crazy.
You don't have to download nothing. Um,
Okay.
you should have to download nothing. Just hit it like and come back in like you did the last time.
Okay, because when I hit it, it had me backstage. That's what it was saying. Backstage waiting on the host.
Oh,
So
okay, so that means it got hit the last one that I sent you and see what it do. Did you hit the last one? Was it the last one that I sent
it
you?
was the last one. I can do it again.
Try it again.
Okay.
Okay. All right, y'all. Hey, baby, what you, child? What is you doing? You supposed to be at work. Let me see, y'all. Lord have mercy. Let me see if this gonna bring her up in here. Cause she's trying to come in here. Oh, wait a minute, hold up. This thing that we call up, that's just about to go up. Come on, Claudette. Oh, wait a minute, hold up. I think she's going in the wrong room. Hold up, y'all. Let me resend her this. Let me resend this to her and see what they do. I give everything when I chose to be with you. We may not be perfect, but still I said I do. No fortune or no fame can make me be untrue. As long as you stay down, boy, my heart belongs to you. Come on now. All right. I just sent it again. Always respect, never control me. I'm gonna keep it right. You finna see. Okay, baby. So hopefully she get this one, y'all. And because I ain't never had this happen, so I don't know. All right, there she go. There you go. Child.
Yes.
Girl, come on in and let's get this video. This interview started. So I got people asking me, yes. Yes. Okay. All right. So I love you too, baby. Okay, so we are finally here. We finally got Claudette on the line. So, so let's get this interview started. So, Claudette, first of all, you could start off by telling us where you're from, and you could start off by telling us, yeah, what your name is and where you're from.
Okay, I'm Claudette Nobles. I am from Dixon Mills, but I reside in Huntsville, Alabama.
Okay, so you guys know that today our show is going to be about infidelity and finding out that your husband was cheating and the other woman. So Claudette, first, I guess I should go start with the happy times, the good times before all of this happened. How did you meet your husband, and how long have you guys been married?
I met him. We was already friends. I knew him through a friend of mine, so we was already friends before we became, started dating. And we've been married now for 13 years, and we've been together for 17.
Okay, okay. So, how do y'all have any children together?
We don't have any together.
Okay,
When we got together, I had three, and he had one, so we just became
okay,
a blended
and ain't
family.
nothing wrong with it. Ain't
Yeah.
nothing wrong with it. So okay, so you met your husband, and then y'all were friends first, kind of like me and my husband was. We were friends first, and then so you all, going along in marriage, obviously. Had there ever been any signs of infidelity before you actually found out that he was cheating or whatever?
Okay. Yes. This is the thing. Usually you need to always follow your gut. That gut
Mm-hmm.
feeling. I just
Mm-hmm.
for months and months while it was going on, I kept having that gut feeling. I said, he's cheating. I just feel like he's cheating on me. So yeah, it was some signs. I watched how he was like he wouldn't leave his phone in the room with me.
Mm-hmm.
He'd take that phone, in the bathroom with him. It just and if it was in the room with me, he was gonna have it face down. So
Mm-hmm.
it was a few signs. I just noticed a little change. So I kind of figured that he was doing something, but I just never could put my hand on, like
Exactly what it was.
exactly what it. Yeah, yeah,
So, so okay. So the moments, because we might as well get on into the tea that we came on here for to get it out. We're
hmm
gonna so the moment, because I know there'll be a defining moment when your heart drop in your drawers.
yes.
So that moment, take us to that moment that you found out that changed your life, because it's a life changing situation.
It is. I was actually just sitting at home watching TV, and I started strolling on my phone. Sometimes I get on Facebook, and I end up going to my email, just checking my email, and I realized I got an email, and it was from the lady's husband.
Okay, so you found out the lady's husband contacted you to tell you because he found out first.
Yes,
And he
yes,
contacted you on your email on your phone.
correct.
So how did he get your email address?
He said he did everything he could to find out how he was gonna reach me. He I don't know if it I don't know, I
Man,
guess
he like a woman.
yeah. He I was like, how in the world did he told me, he said, I contacted you through everything because I was determined to reach you to let you know what was going on. So I read the email and I mean, I actually, to be honest, I didn't believe it was true. I actually thought I said, somebody got to be playing a game. Somebody, even though I
Right,
kind of suspected the cheating, I still could not believe it was actually true.
right.
And so I told him, I emailed him back. I said, call me because I need to talk to a real person. I said, I need to talk. I really need to talk to somebody
Right.
real because I want to hear this. I got to really hear your voice for me to believe that this is real. So, girl, I was hot.
So he called. Take us in the moment because I'm dramatic. I like to feel like I'm in the moment. So he called. So the phone rings and you pick up the phone and you say hello. What's the first thing that he say?
He said, yeah. I said, okay, yeah, I want to hear your voice. I said, I want to know that this is real. He said, yeah, unfortunately, he said it's real. He said, I just recently found out a couple of days ago. That's what he told me. He said, and I've been trying to get in contact with you ever since. And I'm like, are you serious? And he was
So,
like,
so when he called, what did he say? Did he say how long? How long had they been messing around?
what he told me, he originally told me he think they had been messing around since February
Hmm.
of this year. But it turned out that they both said it was April. It started in April. And actually, I kind of started feeling more of the cheating. I felt like he was cheating around that time. From
So
that time,
the woman was. How did he meet? How did he meet her?
he met her at work.
But Lord, boy, I ain't got my fan. God damn it! I ain't even got my girl. Them. Let me tell you something. Them hoes on the job. Ooh, them bitches. You know
Disrespectful.
what? And let me tell you something. It's so easy for when you think about it. So, because my husband, when I found out that my husband was cheating, I love you too, baby. I know you out here, but when my husband was cheating, it was a woman on the job, and my husband was working 12-hour shifts. So half of his time he was at work with her,
Yeah,
half of his time he was at home with me, and he was actually spending more time with her. When they at work, they spend more time with them, especially when they work jobs like that, than they do with you. Because see, when they come home, they got to take a bath, they got to go to sleep, they got to do all of that in the other 12 hours.
that's right.
So they really have your man, longer than and what they spend more time with your man than what you do.
Exactly.
So okay, so she was at the job. Woo, child, that took me back. Come on back in, Keon. So you met you met him. So he met her at the job.
Yeah.
Okay, so did you speak to the woman?
I have not yet spoke to her because I actually asked her husband. That was important to me. I want to talk to her.
Right.
I had some questions for her,
Right.
and he never would allow me to talk to her.
Who, the
And then
husband?
the husband, he is like he was protecting her, but I'm like, I
You
have questions for your wife.
right.
I have questions for her. I was,
Did, did he get to talk to your husband?
yes, I made.
Okay,
Oh,
he
okay.
got he got closure.
Yes, he got closure. That's the thing. See, this is why I want to do this because I don't have that closure.
Right.
I don't have it with her. I didn't get a chance to talk to her. And the way that he ended up talking to my husband is because on the day that I found out, I actually kept the man on the phone. I drove to the job
With the man on the phone.
with the man on the phone.
Cause you ain't finna lie your way out of this one.
You
And ain't
ain't
nobody
finna find
make
your
you
way out
think
of
I'm
this one.
crazy.
I told him stay on the phone.
Right. Right.
I
Right.
drove to the job. I went in there, and my husband, he knew, he just, I guess he saw it on my face. He knew something was wrong. I said, somebody needs to speak to you. Handed him the phone. I made sure that he talked to my husband. And
Right.
he have talked to my husband on other occasions, after that, after the situation. He talked to him after that. But
So when he talked to your husband, what did he say?
um well, he just said, man, I told her to let you know that I was gonna contact your wife. I told her to let you know that I was gonna tell her what was going on because I feel like she need to know.
So how did the husband feel? Was he just like
He just was in shock.
he was
He
in
was,
shock?
yeah, he was just in.
So you never got a chance to talk to the woman and ask her questions and really get down to, because and
I
some people
couldn't.
may think that you don't need that, but yes, you do.
You do need it.
Because I talked to the woman too, but I didn't have to curse her out or none of that because my out was with my husband because that's who owed me the loyalty.
That's
But,
right.
but being able to talk to her and to be able to get time placements, you see what I'm saying?
That's
And
right.
to be able to he lying, this don't match up with this. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
right.
Be able to, because see, your husband had the opportunity to. First of all, he was the one who was with the bullshit. Because if he wouldn't have did what the fuck he did, we wouldn't even be here, and you
That's
wouldn't be going through what you're going through. And see, he got the opportunity.
yeah.
um that other husband, he got the opportunity to get that closure. He got the opportunity to talk to that man to man, and why was you fucking around with my wife, and why was y'all doing this, and where did this happen at, and well, where you found time to do this, and when and so when you don't get to get that, it
That's
it leaves, it makes you, it leaves that residue of anger.
mm-hmm.
And you know what I'm saying, or wondering, because see, he's protecting his wife, and your husband, you really can't, you really stuck off going what he say. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
that's
You
right.
and to be honest and to be 100, they ain't gonna never tell you the whole truth. You ain't gonna
No.
get the complete truth
No.
until you talk to her.
That's right.
Until you
That's
talk
right.
to her. And and I just don't feel like that is right, that she get protected and her
Mm-hmm.
children don't get to, because we was talking, and like, don't nobody in her family even know that really that she has this indiscretion, but like your family knows, and everybody
Yes.
knows, and
His
everybody
family know. My
cry,
family know.
right, and the chatter and the chit chatter and come on in, Miss Angel, and the chit chatter and all that kind of shit, and see, she hasn't had to experience that, so it's still, to everybody except for in her household, it still feels like she just has this perfect marriage that she's always had.
Exactly. Exactly. And I don't feel like that's fair because my family know, my children know, and he tried to protect her and her children.
What
Mine
is
know.
what is her name? You sent me I got a picture
Yeah.
though.
Uh-huh.
I'm
You
gonna
have
put her
to.
on here. I'm gonna put her on here.
Uh-huh.
I'm
It's Shaquita Jonah Green.
Shaquita Joyner Green, and she live
Yes.
in Huntsville, Alabama.
Yes.
So when when you and your husband, y'all had the conversation and you decided to stay, what made you decide to stay?
Because this is a first. You know what I'm saying? And he apologized over and over and over again, and I forgave him, and I love my husband.
Right.
And so I want to stick through this and try to make it work. However, he know it can't happen again.
Right.
He knows the consequence.
Period.
It cannot happen again. He
Right.
knows that.
Or all
And
the years can be thrown away, then I can start over.
that's right.
Right.
That's right. So that's why I decided to stay with him and try to make it work because I love my husband. You know what I'm saying? I love my husband, and it's never happened before.
And you know what? And just because a man cheat don't mean that he's always a cheat. Let me ask you this. What did he tell you? What was his reasoning for cheating?
You know what he told me? Because the first question I want to know, was there any feelings? It just
Right.
seems like that's the
What's the
main thing
emotional connection?
I want to know. Was there any feelings? That was the main thing I want to know. And he said no. And he said just convenience. Just convenience.
Let me tell you something. That's so hard to accept because and I can completely see where you trying to search and not probably that answer don't sit well in your spirit because you just like convenience. Because I know when my husband told me that when he didn't tell me, I found out. When I found out that my husband was cheating,
Mhm.
hey Ramona, come on in, child. When I found out that my husband was cheating, I felt like the reason that he gave me wasn't enough, and the reason that he gave me was because I could, baby. It was just look, you was trusting. You didn't check my phones and shit. I didn't feel like I was gonna get caught. I was like, let me try it, and I got caught up, and I did it, because I simply because I could. And at first I could not accept him telling me because I could, because for some reason we like to find something. There had to be something wrong with what we was doing. I don't know if we weren't sucking enough dick, if we weren't giving up the ass enough, were we not cooking enough?
We want to
Um,
know.
have
We
I
want to
gained
know.
weight and you don't like the way I look no more? In my case, am I too small? Just all kind of shit.
Am I too big? Is the
Right. All
way?
kind of shit.
Am I,
And you look for all of those reasons
that's right.
to try to make it sit right in yourself. Because if you tell yourself that it was something that you did, it's like you could swallow it better.
That's right. But
But you know what?
not just convenience, and not just because I
Like,
could.
damn, like, okay, you just trying to play me like, because really what he is saying is that I didn't have a reason. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have a reason. I just
Right.
did this shit because it's what the fuck I wanted to do. You know
And
what I'm saying? And because that's basically what I mean. You don't want to say it like that, but that basically he did it because he could. That's what I told. That's
mhm.
why I said you did it because this is what the fuck you wanted to do. He was like, babe, it was just. He's like, I did. But you know what? But one thing that I had to learn to respect, and something that you probably gonna have to end up um to help you even move forward, is accepting that you may not never get the closure that you want.
That's true.
You may not never get with her husband protecting her, which
Hmm.
ain't nothing wrong with him protecting her. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
right.
Because in protecting her, he could be that's protecting his marriage. You know what I'm saying? He probably don't. Men can't deal with when they be cheated on. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
and he probably can't deal with people talking about it
Hmm.
and people saying stuff about it, because
Hmm.
him protecting her is really him being ashamed. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's really not like I don't really see it as trying to protect my wife because I don't want nobody to know that we had this going on. It's more shame to me. You know,
Yeah.
like I don't know what their relationship is like, but maybe they have bragged on their relationship and put their relationship to be a certain way, and then all of a sudden
Right.
we got this shit, right? Like the
That's
worst
right.
shit that can happen besides
That's
a
right.
baby.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Hmm.
I don't even know if but I'm gonna tag her because I'm gonna tag her. I'm gonna tag her. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yes.
ma'am, look, it's wrong. It's
That's
wrong.
right.
It's wrong. And women, I just wish that women would uphold other women in their relationships,
Yeah.
more. If we would respect each other's relationships
Relationships.
more, if it
Yes.
became like a sisterhood type of thought process when it comes to women and they husbands and relationships, that we gonna fuck with that. You know what I'm saying? They married
We
and
are,
all
but
that.
that's what made me so mad. I'm like, and you a married woman.
Married women.
You should know better to mess with a married man. Come on now.
But that's that has a lot to do with her. And no
Yes.
matter how her husband may want to smile about this marriage and smile about this relationship and put on the front, his wife proved that she ain't happy with whatever it is that's going on in the relationship. She's not happy.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm
That's
saying?
right.
And your husband is just gonna have to he gonna have to, he just gonna have to deal with a woman that because I'm pretty sure. How long ago was this that you found out?
I found out. Hold on, let me think. It was July, I think. July the 19th. I think around that time is when I
So
found.
it's fresh.
Mm-hmm.
It's fresh.
Yeah.
So you still going through the
Oh,
you
yeah.
just
Still going through the wonder. Now it's like I wonder, is do she still contact him? I wonder, but I believe him when he tell me she have it.
and you know what? You gonna have to just like I had to do. You just gonna have to trust your husband. If
Yeah,
you decide to stay, you know what I'm
you
saying?
have
You're gonna
to.
have to just trust your husband. And you know what I had to learn? And because let me tell you something, I had to get in therapy because I lost it when I found out. After 15 years of marriage, I could not believe that we was going through this shit. You know what I'm saying? Like
I
I was like,
know.
look, motherfucker, you could have did all this shit like back then. You know what I'm saying? You could have went on and
Right.
did all this shit like back then. I done moved all the way out here to Vegas from everybody and everything I fucking know. And this is what you decide to do now. But
Mm-hmm.
what I had to learn when what I learned through therapy and what I learned because I know the man that I married, although he fucked up. I'm not going to the pen say he made no mistake because don't no dick mistake and fall in no pussy. It just don't. You know what I'm saying?
It
Don't
don't
nobody
accidentally
mistake
happen like
before they
that.
draw. Two consenting adults decided to have a relationship and have sex. And what I had to just really, and what I had to learn was, and what I still have to go to this day, that that one moment does not define my husband, and I'm not gonna let it. Because when I look back over the almost 17 years, it's so much good shit. It's so much positive shit. Even without
That's
the
right.
hard times and the struggling and the ups and downs, the shit that money can't buy, I have that. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
right.
I have the respect and the loyalty. Even though he wasn't loyal when he did that shit, that was a moment. You know what I'm saying? I had to realize that it's a moment, and moving forward, just one just advice to another woman is you gonna have to look at it like that. You know your relationship, and no matter what anybody else has to say about it, you got to understand that that one moment does not define your whole relationship, and it doesn't define who your husband is. You
That's
know,
right. Because he's a good. I
look,
have a great husband.
like I told my husband,
That's right.
I don't know, we might got 30 more years together. Who to say I ain't gonna cheat? If we got 30 more years, who's to say I'm not going to step out in my marriage? Who's to say that I'm not going to have a weak moment just like he did? You know what I'm saying? Who's not to
I
say
said it was a moment. That's right.
and you know what I had? You know what you got to do? You got to look at people like they're human. They're
Mm-hmm.
human. And you know what I had to really tell myself, Claudette? I had to tell myself, I can't look at someone. I can want them to, but that's a lot of pressure to put on for even for a man to put on us. And I didn't get to this point until after I experienced this, because before then it was just like, you cheat on me, it's over, blah 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 blah. But I had to really get to a point where say you're gonna be married for 40 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
In those 40 years, you can't say ain't gonna be no fuck ups. If you can see it to the future, but no, you got 30 more years on or 40 more years on this earth with your husband.
Right.
You go, you might fuck up.
That's right.
You might fuck up.
You
Because
never know. You never.
you never know. I'll never know we have a weak moment. But the thing about it is, you can't keep having weak moments. You see what I'm saying?
That's
Once you
right.
think, like I told my husband, that was your one and only weak moment. You have another weak motherfucking moment, you gonna weak your ass right on out the goddamn
Right
door.
on
You
out the
gonna stay
door.
out.
That's it. It's over.
Right. So,
That's right.
everybody get their one shot. Okay, you got your one shot. And if you did anything else and I don't know about it, I don't even want to know about it. That's literally the conversation I had with my husband. If it happened before this shit right here, don't tell me because you might not live after you tell me. So let me deal with this shit.
Period.
And whatever the fuck you done did that I don't know about, and this is real shit, but I told him because I couldn't handle it at the time. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Look,
right.
if you did some shit in the past, I don't want to know about it. I really don't give a fuck, and I don't even want to sit here and keep rehashing it and going through it and all that bullshit like that. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Just gonna add fuel to the fire. Let me deal with this shit right here. We're gonna
That's
deal
right. I don't want to know if anything before then. I
because
do
guess what?
not want to know.
Whether you to fuck somebody one time or 50 times, it's this moment that I know about. You know what I'm saying? And
That's
it's
right.
still gonna matter in this moment, like it would have mattered the first time you did it. I don't even know about it. So let's just deal with this shit right here. But you gonna have to
Sorry
so
about that.
let me ask you this. So what would you want to tell the woman? So because I'm gonna try my damnness to make sure that she get this video. And then I'm gonna hit her up and make sure that she watch this video. Um and what would you like to tell her when she see this video? Because she gonna see it. I'm gonna make sure she see it. And guess what? Even if she say I don't want to see it, she gonna watch it because she knows it's hell and she wanna know what the fuck you had to say.
She don't want to know.
Yeah.
And
So what would you want to say to her?
what I want to say is, what were you thinking? Like, you, a married woman, what were you thinking? And this not did not just happen just once. This happened for months.
Right.
Like, at some point, something should have clicked. This is wrong. Like, as a woman, as a black woman, we're two black queens. Something should have clicked that you're doing something wrong. Like, I'm doing this lady wrong. This lady got a family, and I have a family. That's, I just wanted, and also the first question I wanted to ask her, was it feelings? Like, what made you keep doing it? That's the same question I asked my husband, and he said, no, no, it wasn't feelings.
It could be the thrill.
Right,
The thrill. The thrill of not getting caught. I mean, the thrill of getting caught. And then you know what? With her, is this her first time getting caught cheating?
right, and
You don't never
that I
know.
don't know.
Is it because you see you have had to have this conversation? Is this her first time getting caught cheating? You know what
Right.
I'm saying? Is that why her husband was so quick to, like forgive and kind of try to shelter her from it? Was it her first time, or is it something that they deal with, and he just gonna be the type of man that's gonna stand by? He gonna be with his woman. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? Right, Miss Latonya? She wasn't thinking, and you know what? And really, um, honestly, the other women don't give a fuck.
Mm-mm.
They don't give a fuck because, and you know why they don't give a fuck? Because the man don't give a fuck.
And I guess it's just because it's the type of person I am. You know what I'm saying? I'm a married lady.
Right,
I just wouldn't. I
right.
just can't see myself.
But at the same time, if the husband is showing that he's showing that disrespect and he don't care, and she don't got to show no, like she. And I think I've made this analogy before. You know how you go in somebody's house, and if they got a nice house, and it don't even got to be like the best house, but they keep it clean. When you
Mm-hmm.
go in it, you automatically feel like you should hold it to the same esteem that they hold it to. But if you go in somebody's house and they nasty as fuck, and they don't keep
Mm-hmm.
their house up and they got shit all over the place, you just put your potato chip bag right there, or you just lay your cup down. You don't worry about a cup, a poster, or none of that kind of shit, because they don't hold their house to a certain esteem. It's
Right.
it's the same way with men. When a
Mm-hmm.
woman sees that she can disrespect your wife because
Mm-hmm.
you disrespecting her, shit, that what she gonna do.
That's
You
what.
know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? That's what she gonna do.
Yeah.
That's what she's gonna do. So and like I say, they fall in love with, even for your husband. When he come home to his wife, no matter how loving and caring you are, he come home to reality. You know what I mean? He
Mm-hmm.
come home to bills. He come home to whatever. He come home to life. You see what I'm
That's
saying?
right.
when
Yeah.
he, when they go with that woman, it's a fantasy. They're not.
It's
They don't have
fun.
to deal with bills. They don't have to
Mm-hmm.
deal with arguments. They don't have to deal with children. They don't have to deal with all of this shit because that's not what they got with them. That person that they do that infidelity with, that's their escape from reality.
That's
You know what
true.
I mean?
Yeah.
It's a fantasy world over there, and then over here, this shit is real life. And then
Real life. Yeah.
and then he have to come back too and realize that shit wasn't real. This woman don't really, love me. We both in lust, you know,
Mm-hmm.
because look, if your husband was able to cut her off like my husband was, and like how the woman just cut my husband off the way she did and went the fuck on, it wasn't no feelings there. It was all, sexual and lust, and maybe somebody that they felt like they could talk to at the time, or whatever. And I don't know what it is, but you'll probably never get what you want unless she contact you because of this right here.
I hope she do. Maybe I'll finally get a chance to talk to her because
And you know what? And there ain't nothing wrong with you getting it, and I don't see nothing wrong. And what's her name again?
Jaquita Jonah Green.
Jaquita Joyner Green, when you see this video, because you're going to see it, ma'am, because I'm going to make sure you see it. Have a woman-to-woman conversation with her, because, your husband got the opportunity to get that closure and to talk to her husband and to get his questions answered. And her husband was able to relate to her. Well, her husband wanted to relate to her. You know what I'm saying? Because you had talked to the woman. So everything still is alleged for real. You know, because you can't connect the dots until you get confirmation. And most times a woman, I know the woman that I dealt with, it wasn't really no petty shit. She was just really confirmed shit that I asked her, and I was able to connect dots, and I was able to tell him, bitch, you was a motherfucking lie. Your ass is lying about this shit. And because one thing that I've learned about cheating, and the reason why it would be so good for you to have that closure. Once a
Mm-hmm.
man tell you that he's cheating, you want him to just get it all out. You know what I'm saying? Just tell me,
Yeah.
shoot me one time. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Shoot me one time and let me just recover from all of it at one time. See, when
That's
he
right.
do it the way that it's happened, it has left the door open for you to find out that he was still lying about certain shit, or that he was still covering certain shit. So now you're going to get shot over and over and over again if you find out stuff. Because I had to let my husband, because at first my husband was lying about shit. And shit wasn't making sense. And you can't tell a motherfucker like me no shit that 2 + 2 = 4. I want to go see for myself. You see what
That's
I'm
right.
saying? And
Mm-hmm.
so as I found out, once I got in contact with her, and as I found out stuff, it took me a minute to even begin to start the process of healing, because as soon as I thought I could try to move forward, bam, I get hit with something else. Something else came out. You know what I'm saying? It was
Mm-hmm.
another lie. And so it took me a while to even get to the point where I would even go and sit down and talk to somebody with my husband, because I had got shot too many times. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So this could, her contacting you could be good and it could be bad. But I think that it's good, because you'll get the opportunity to really make a decision based off of everything, all the information that you have. Like when I got
Mm-hmm.
all the information and I really found out what happened, and they've been fucking around for months and all that shit, I was able to see, at first when he was lying, I didn't even put him out yet, because I need to hear from her. He was lying. I didn't want to hear shit. Every time he lied, I wanted to knock his ass out. So every time he talked, I needed to
Yeah.
talk to her. And once I talked to her, I came to the decision that you gotta go. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to live in the same house with you. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to do none of that shit. You're gonna still pay these bills over here, because your ass wouldn't be out if your ass wouldn't did what you did. But in that moment, with the lies, I could live with him when I didn't know
Mm-hmm.
everything. You know what I'm saying?
That's
But
right.
once I got the truth, and when he had to admit to everything, and once he just was like, look, let me just lay this shit on you, and it was, girl. But then I was able to make a informed decision off of what I really wanted to do. I was able to say, you know what, I need a minute. I need like almost a year. You know what I'm saying? I need
Yeah.
time, because now I got to look at you and say, okay, now, although you lied, obviously you a liar, because you was lying and you was deceiving me. Okay, now it's like I done got shot all over again. So now it's fresh. Because when they do that, it starts you all the way back over. It just tear the band-aid all the way back off.
Mm-hmm.
So if you can talk to her, if you can have a conversation with her now, you don't want to wait till y'all a year in doing good and then it hits you, and then, because I'm telling you, a year from now, it's still gonna hurt. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
um you don't want her to, from a year from now, when you think that y'all in a certain space, then all the work y'all did, it comes back tumbling down, because it's like you being stripped all over again.
That's right.
you know,
That's
and I
right.
would ask that if your husband see this video, that because you know her number, bruh. You know what I'm saying? You know her number. Give your wife the number and let her call her and let her get this off her chest. It don't have to be no screaming match. When I called a girl, I went, "Bitch, you fuck my husband." Blah, 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 blah. I said, I just want to know what happened. You don't owe me shit. You don't owe me no loyalty, none. But I'm just asking you as a woman so that I can make the decision that I need for me. I want the truth. You know what I'm saying? And she gave me, and she just gave me the truth. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She laid it out and she just gave me the truth. And when I presented it to him, he just couldn't even deny it. I was like, cause look, that right there, that makes sense what she said, cause your ass was, you know what I'm saying? Cause I was able to put it together. So
Yeah.
I would ask that she would speak with you and that
Hmm.
your husband give you her number if her number not changed, or to tell you how to get in contact with her. But so you, because you deserve that, because it hurt and that shit is traumatic as fuck.
It
You know,
is. People may not realize that, and I tell you, it hurt because I promise you,
because
I
you know what, it
still.
changes completely how you see you seen your husband. You see him a totally different way, and the traumatic thing about it is he strips that away from you. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? He strips that because we it's good when you have a husband that you feel like you could put on a pedestal, you know? And then
Hmm.
when you have them and you look at them a certain way, and when they do that, and when it came out of nowhere, they strip that from you,
Yeah.
you know?
That
So
is so true.
you deserve it.
I promise you that that is so true because the hurt, it gets better day by day, but it's still there. And I notice that I really don't sleep good.
Hmm.
I don't sleep good. And I'm like, I gotta do something. Like I don't know what she gonna give me, what type of closure what she gonna say for it to be closure, if it's gonna be in the closure. But at least, she could just reach out. I hope she sees this video.
Because you know what, this is we did like I told you we ain't coming on here to bash, or your husband or nothing like that. But
That's right.
this is really this is really a topic that all of us deal with, or that we're gonna have to deal with. And some people that's watching, they might be dealing with it right now. Miss Dot, you're right. Miss Dot said, "Who is to say she is going to tell the truth?" That's true,
She may not
and she may not. And that's why I say you just have to. You may not get that closure. You can
yeah,
want it, and it'll be good to have if you can have that.
yeah.
But if not, you just gonna have to learn to sit well in the decision that you have made, and and it might take some therapy. Have you gone to talk to anybody?
We both have. We both have sat down. Yeah, and
Is,
that helped.
is it an ongoing thing, or is it something that y'all went and did when it initially happened and then you stopped, or
It was just a few. We went to see him a few times, but I think that is something that we need
you do?
continue.
You do.
That's what I think.
You do. And
Yeah,
I'm gonna tell you why you do. Because you're gonna have triggers, and then it's so fresh. You're gonna have triggers everywhere. Sitting there watching TV, you look at him like, oh, because it's a situation that you're gonna completely be able to relate to.
that
I mean,
is so true.
girl, you wanna bust him upside the head. You can't even watch your shows no more. Because let me tell you, it used to be where you could watch your shows and be like, oh, she's so goddamn stupid. I can't believe she can't tell he doing this, doing it. And now you
Right.
like, ooh, those kind of shows, because now you're that woman that can
That
see.
is so true.
You know what I'm saying? So therapy
Yeah.
is gonna be and black people don't really like to go to therapy. And then we like to say we go a couple times and then we heal. No, you're not. Because those triggers and all of that stuff, and you know what, and go for yourself. I go for myself. I go by myself too. And I bring him, like, okay, I say probably like 2 weeks ago, I woke up on the wrong side of the bed. I was ready to put his ass out. And I was ready to fight and everything. He was like, I ain't dead, nothing. And it was just because of something that I watched, and it's just completely true. Let me tell you what I
It'll
was watching.
trigger it. It'll trigger
Let me tell
it.
you what I was watching. Huntsville. What that show is about, Married to Huntsville or some shit. The
Oh,
Huntsville show. Have you
I
seen?
haven't watched it. I
Girl, they
watched
got a
it.
whole they got a whole reality show in Huntsville, girl. It blew up and everything. It's on. And the,
I'm gonna
the
start
the the
watching.
lady is going through infidelity with her husband and all this shit. And I was watching this shit, and she had to took him back and all of this, and I had to watch that shit, and I had to got the biggest fucking attitude with my husband. And himself. And he said, "Can we come in and see y'all today?" This is on a Monday. "Can we
Mhm.
come in and see y'all today?" Look, my wife, you know, I just feel like we need to come in and talk to y'all because she ain't really having a good day. And he'll call my therapist on me. You know what I'm saying? And so we went in
Wow.
and we talked about it because I was having one of them days where I couldn't connect with him because I just let it fester. You know what I'm saying? The anger, I let it
Yeah.
fester. I just was mad. I was like, I ain't finna try to fight because it's a fight. I know every day you have to fight to get up every day to be married to your motherfucking husband.
Yeah. Cause you know what I'm saying? I wanted, just like you said, I did have him on that pedestal.
Hmm.
And it does hurt. You know, and I know now he's human. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
He made a mistake. I like I said, I have forgiven him. I'm not doing this show because I haven't forgave him.
right,
I'm doing it for me to heal.
right,
That's the main reason why. That's why I was explaining to him. I'm doing this for healing for myself
right.
because I need this. And I just feel like her, she didn't, you know what I'm saying? When all this went on, I was mad. I posted things on Facebook. I put his picture up there. I had a long writing about it. But her, she's been in this, she's been secret.
But you know what? I'm gonna tell you this too. Just because you don't see her hurting and see what she having to deal with at home, don't mean that it ain't happening.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
that's
saying?
true.
It don't mean that it ain't happening. She could be going through so much. She could be going through having to prove everything to her husband. She could be going through every time she leave the room, it's a question. Every time she leave the house, it's a question. It's a phone
Hmm.
call. FaceTime me so I can see. You have no idea what it
That's
is
true.
that she's going through, honestly,
Yeah.
behind closed doors because she has to deal with the same thing that your husband is having to deal with, the question.
Hmm.
And because you're the one that was in that did what you did. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So, just because you don't see it, don't mean that it ain't happening. And
Yeah.
and don't think that you feel like something needs to happen to her just because you're hurting. Trust me, she gonna get all her karma. She gonna get all her shit. Let me tell you something. God don't need no help.
You right.
He don't need no help. Because I talk to a lot of women. I tell them, you look, y'all asses be in their words so deep. You got to believe it. You can't sit there and when the shit hit your front door, all of a sudden all that faith you shout about in church, it dissipate. It can't.
That's so true.
That's when you got to hold
That's
on
true.
to it. You got to let go and let
Yeah,
God. You got to
that's
let
right.
him fight your battle. You know what I'm saying? Revenge, vengeance is mine, said the Lord. You got to stand still. All that shit that they preach and teach and you talk about and you stand on when it's easy to say it, you got to stand on it.
That's true.
You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying?
that's
You
true.
got to stand on it. And before we get off here, I just want to say, you know, if you're gonna take him back, and you have, but allow yourself to feel. It's been since July. Allow yourself to feel. Allow yourself to be mad. Allow yourself to need a minute. Allow yourself to, if you just have to cuss him out every now and again. Look, you know what I'm saying? Because sometimes you feel like you just going on and on like ain't shit happened. It's just starting to feel like you just went on and life is as normal and shit, and you ain't goddamn feeling like I ain't feeling like you feeling like this. You fucked up on some shit.
Sometimes I do feel like that. That is true.
Mhm. You
That's
gonna
true.
feel all of that. So all of that is gonna
Yeah,
come into play.
that's true.
All of it is gonna come into play, but you're gonna have to stand fast on the decision that you made because you know the man that you married.
That's right.
And
I
and just
did
because
marry a great man.
look, I said I got the best fucking husband in the world. I really do. And I know, even though I had to walk away for a minute, you know what I'm saying. And I came back. I didn't come back for my kids. See, y'all didn't even got no kids to even come back for. So it's just pure because this is where we want to be. You
Yeah,
know.
that's
So
right.
you gotta, he's there because that's where he want to be. Because ain't no child holding him there to be with you. You know what I'm saying? Or to say, I'm gonna stay in it until for the children, or because I don't want my kids to have to go through this trauma. Or y'all together because you purely love each other. You
That's
know.
right.
So you got a lot of stuff to hold on to, and a lot of
I know.
things that outweigh what it is that he did.
I know it. And think I made a joke. I was like, look, I invested. I'm invested into this now.
Time, money, you know what I'm saying? Sacrifice, all kind of shit,
Shoot.
all kind of stuff. You know what I'm
No,
saying?
honey, you ain't about to break this marriage up.
And you
No.
know what? And hold on to your marriage. But
That's
but
right.
but but take it day by day. Don't try to make yourself rush to feel like, okay, at 6 months I should be right here. You're gonna be right where you need to be. You know what you're gonna be? You're gonna be as far as he makes you feel comfortable to be.
That's right. And he is, I give him that. He's doing every day. He tries his best to make me feel like he's gonna be a better husband. He will not do that again.
And and you
You
know,
know?
as long as he give you that and he show you that, he don't just say it
Yeah.
and the actions. No
Yeah.
more, I don't have the passwords to your phone. No more flipping your phone down. No more it's being glued to your goddamn hand, wearing it like a belt. No, you know what I'm saying? All of that stuff helped because that's what I
Yeah.
had. You know, everything that you was doing that was suspicious. All of that shit got to come down. You know
Yeah.
what
He
I'm saying?
dropped
Everything
away.
that you did, when you go somewhere, if I feel like I need to call you, I need you to. If I need you to hurry and pick up. If I need
That's
you to
right.
call me and say, baby, I made it for me to. All of that.
He
Except
do all that now to
he,
ease my mind. Yep.
he,
He does.
he
He
doing
does
everything
that.
he's supposed to do.
Yep.
He doing everything he's supposed to do. So this is really just about you and you being able to come on here and get it out and tell your story and to actually get like support and love from other women because these grown ass women that watch me, you know what I'm saying? All these women that's in
Hmm.
the comments and all of that kind of stuff like that. These are grown ass women that have been the women that's older than me and you. You know, I have women all the way up to 75 that watch me, and I hit them up. Oh, and I hit them up if I need. Let me tell you something. If I want to talk to somebody and just feel like just that love that you'll get from an older one, I pick up the phone and I call Miss. I'm gonna call Miss Dot today. Miss Dot, what you doing? She come on now. You know what I'm saying? And I'll
That's
talk to
how.
her
That's good to have
and
that type
stuff
of
like that.
support.
So
Oh yes.
you really just what y'all doing is right. Everything that he's doing is right. And you know, all of you and it don't necessarily you might not get the closure, but just accept the love that he's giving you because that's
That's
all you
right.
need. You don't really
That's
need
right.
closure from her. She give you that, okay, well, but guess what? As long as your husband is doing and his actions are showing you, you know, what he said he was gonna do, and that's all that's gonna heal you. Him
Yeah.
being honest and him being accountable and him being, you know, doing everything that he's supposed to do, that's what's gonna heal you. It's
That's
not
right.
gonna necessarily be you talking to her, it's what he does. Because after you talk to her, you still gonna have to deal with all the stuff. So it's still
Yeah.
gonna boil down to what he does and how he take accountability and the things that he say and do that's gonna get you the healing that you need.
Right.
So, you know, before you get off here, let me see if anybody got any. Well, I know you ain't really. I don't think you really got no questions over here. You got more like people can agree with you, and you got more of yeah, yeah, people telling you like how they look. Miss Latonya said when her ex husband was cheating, he had already rehearsed with the side chick as to what to tell me. They do that type of shit, Miss Tanya. They do that type of
Yeah.
shit. Let me tell you what the difference was about my husband's side chick and him. She actually had them fail for him and really liked him. So she thought that by her telling me everything, that it was gonna really, you know, it was gonna destroy my marriage. You know what I'm saying? So she was one
Hmm.
of the ones that I'm telling you everything. I knew everything. Whatever, if I feel like my husband was lying, she confirmed it. You know what I'm saying? I got this text in my phone, or shoot me that text, or this, you know what I'm saying? She was really, and she
Yeah.
cried. She called me crying about my husband because my husband had called her.
What?
She called me crying. I get what I told her. I ain't even because she was young and dumb and love. I said, he right here, baby. You want to speak to him? He's there. Oh my God. He told me he was going back home to Georgia. I said, baby, he right here. He's still here. But he outside, but he right here right now. You know?
Ooh, girl, you a good one.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, because I just never could just I was so pissed with my husband.
Yeah.
I was just pissed with my husband. I was
Yeah.
so pissed with him because I could not believe that he did that. I was mad. I felt more sorry for her that she fell for the bullshit. I said, baby, whatever he told you, I said, he ain't gonna go nowhere. I said, I'm gonna send him, but it don't mean he gonna stay. I put his ass
Right.
out. He ain't go over there.
That's
You know
right.
what I'm saying? I said, I'm
Mhm.
sending him to you. But then they wait because as soon as I found out once everything came out, my husband immediately started fighting for his marriage. You know what I'm saying? Like your husband did.
That's what he
You
did.
know,
Yep.
he didn't give you the opportunity to. Well, I'm finna go over here and just and he ain't do like I'm finna go over here and see if this shit right here gonna work or fuck it. You know, it's like fuck this shit. I gotta fight. She done found out about it. I got to fight. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. He sure did.
So
And
your
that's what he
girl,
doing.
hold on to all of that.
Yeah.
Hold on to all of that. You know what I'm saying? All of that because it just because somebody cheating don't mean that it's over.
That's right.
It
And
don't mean that it's over. And you know what? Sometimes it's the beginning of a better
that's
relationship.
that's true. It's like you starting over and you
Mhm.
dating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes
I,
it's the beginning of because I tell my husband sometimes because he just goes so hard to court me and stuff now. You know what I'm saying? So I'll be like, I'm like, sometimes I hate that we had to go through this, but sometimes it's the best thing that we did.
yeah, that's true.
And because now you get to see your husband as a human being that is
Mm-hmm.
flawed and that makes mistakes, and he ain't no because sometimes we can love a man so much that we put them above ourselves. You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, now you human too. You
That's
human
right.
just like I am. You know?
Uh-huh. That's true.
So it's just I'm just glad that you came on here and I hope that
I'm glad.
whatever it was that you was looking for or just getting it out and talking about it, I hope that you got it, and you can sleep a
Yeah.
little easier and you can when you get off this, you can be like, I let it out. I told and whoever hid and roast that house, she just gonna be roasted
Just
because
gonna be roasted. I'm sorry.
I'm done. Because I didn't
Yeah.
you didn't and that's good. This I tell people all the time that it's therapy to get on here and talk about shit. It's
That's,
really therapeutic to just get it out. And another thing that's beautiful about telling your own story, you don't have nobody else to come on here to tell it for you. You know what I mean?
yeah.
You don't have nobody
Yeah.
else to add to it and try to make it even worse than what it was, even though it's bad enough. You know what I'm saying? You come on here, you tell your own story, whatever, the chit chatter probably was over there on his side and whatever chit chatter was on your side. Now I done took all my fucking power back because now I've told my whole own story. So don't nobody got
That's
shit
right.
over me. I
That's
can walk
right.
out with my head up high. Hell, everybody know you the chief. Okay? You know?
That's right.
And it is what it is. And guess what? They gonna also see how we bounce back from this shit. They're gonna see us 17 years later, we still here. Holding on.
That's
And it's
right.
better. Because my relationship is actually better. It's
I
even
feel like mine is too. I
I mean,
really do.
because
Yeah.
what? The veil comes off.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's the veil comes off, and then you're actually able to be more real with your husband. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Because you don't have to feel like you got to be this perfect woman or this certain woman in his mind that you've held yourself up to. Because
Mm-hmm.
okay, you a regular motherfucker like me. Okay, we is human, baby. Let's get down. So now we can have a real conversation.
That's right.
You know. So,
That's right.
if you didn't get to do nothing but that, I'm just glad that you
Yeah.
came on here. And what would you like to say to other women who may have gone through the same thing that you're going through and who are thinking about walking away and giving up?
The main thing that I would like to say to them, do not let anybody help you decide on whether you stay with your husband or not.
Right. I'm telling
It
you.
is your decision. Do not let nobody be in your head saying it couldn't be me, because they don't know unless
They
they get in
sold
that
out
situation. They do not know. Don't let them be like, girl, I wouldn't be with it.
because
Don't
that's
let
okay.
no other person, whether it's a man or a woman, tell you whether you should stay with your husband or not.
All right, y'all. And that brings us to the end of our show. I'm finna go in here and get these damn children now because I'm ready to go home because I don't even drive. I ain't over 3 miles from my house. I don't drive like that. But my husband at work, so I'm on mother duties. His shifting damn changed. So I just want to tell you, Claudette, thank you so much for coming on here. This is a
Thank
like
you.
I feel like I was talking to just, even though you my cousin,
I
I feel
know,
like
cuz.
it's like I'm just talking to my girlfriend. It was a
Yeah,
really calm and just a conversation that I needed to have. You know,
that's right.
it
Yeah,
was a conversation that I needed to have because your spirit is just so sweet, and it wasn't like a how you can talk to somebody that's going through the same thing you're going through, and when they pumped up about it, it make you pumped up about it and get upset
yeah,
about it.
yeah.
It's I needed this conversation with you too.
Well, I enjoyed
I
you.
need to
I
have a
enjoyed
girlfriend to be on the phone like, girl, these cheating, baby.
I know that's real. I know that's real.
So thank you so much for coming on here, and I appreciate it. And do I have an interview tomorrow? Because I'm busy. I'll wait until I leave for vacation. I do have an interview tomorrow. I got an interview tomorrow, you guys, at 5 o'clock. It's gonna be right here on YouTube, and then I'm gonna share it on my Facebook. But y'all know, as usual, I love everybody that love me, and I fuck with everybody that fuck with me. And until then, I'm gonna see y'all later, like tomorrow when we be talking about some more shit.